Hey everybody, Frank Sapsky here, the Polish Pizziolo. Today we're going to go over making stuffed breads. And we're going to make 3 breads. We're going to make a pepperoni, we're going to make a broccoli and garlic, and we're going to make a steak and cheese. All 3 excellent breads. I've made these a bunch of times. I've posted my pictures on Facebook so people kind of have an idea of what they're going to end up. But today I'm going to show you how I actually make them. From preheating the oven to rolling the dough out. I'm going to roll one out and I'm going to spin one or stretch it, and I'm going to show you how I put it together, put it in the sheet pan, put it in the oven. We're going to monitor it as time goes on, and then we're going to take it out, cool it down a little bit, and eat it up and eat like a bunch of gavons. So that's what we're going to do today, and thanks for watching. Okay guys, we're going to get going here. We're going to start making some breads. First thing that I want to go over is the oven setting. And what I usually do is I preheat the oven to 375. So we're going to do that right now. So there's our oven setting. Obviously it probably takes, depending on your oven, probably 10-15 minutes to preheat. But you really want to start with a preheated oven at 375. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the tools that I use and then the ingredients. And then we're going to put it all together and we're going to make some breads. Thanks. Okay everyone, so we're ready to explain all of the tools and the ingredients and stuff, and I'm going to go over everything as detailed as I possibly can. So the first thing we have is our bench flour, and we're going to put that on here, and we're going to roll out the doughs on that. Extra virgin olive oil, EVOO. We got a rolling pin. We've got our pecorino romano, which is what we used for our pizza the other night. Doughs in their containers, pepperoni, whole milk, sliced mozzarella, roasted garlic, broccoli that has been already broiled, salt and pepper, large sheet pan, small sheet pan. The next thing I want to talk about is the dough, because everything starts with the dough. I make my own dough most of the time. I should say really half the time I make my own dough, and half the time my wife goes to Stop and Shop or Big Y or wherever it is, and she gets dough, and I make the breads from the dough. Okay guys, the next bread's going to be a steak and cheese bread, and this actually my family really likes, and a bunch of other people that I've made this for really like it too. The difference in this video is that the last video I rolled the dough, and this one here I'm actually going to stretch like a pizza. It really all depends on how comfortable you feel doing this, but I wanted to show both ways. So I already took the dough out of the container, floured it, and now it's going to come in my hands. And again, I'm going to stretch this like I do the pizza. Sometimes I stretch it and I don't have to roll it. Sometimes I stretch it and I roll it just a little bit. But you can see that you know, you can kind of see through the dough, and that means that it's getting thin, which isn't a bad thing, but that's how I kind of do it, and I let gravity just basically do the stretch for myself. So I got a little hole. Hello, everybody. That's no problem. You're going to get a hole. Don't worry about it. So here's the dough. Okay, it shrunk a little bit. All you got to do with this here, because it's going to happen, is take this, put it here, and do a nice little patch job. You never know anything happen. So I'm going to stretch this out a little bit more here, just to get a little bit bigger bread. This dough is a little cold, which is kind of why it's snapping back on me. But again, this is going to happen. So it's all good. So there we have it, guys. This is the stretch dough versus the rolling pin. Whatever you want to do is fine. So we're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to put some sliced whole milk mozzarella cheese all over it. Basically cover the whole surface of the skin or the bread. I'm used to thinking about pizza. In pizza terms, it's a skin. But this is a bread. Anyways, just going to keep going with the cheese. I think this is another thing that you can put as much on as you want or as little on as you want. You might want half of this. You might want twice as much of this. It really depends, you know, what you like and what your family likes. So just going to put one more piece here. Again, I like to try to cover everything. So that's it. That's our cheese base. This is fresh, thin sliced steak. Do not buy steakums. It's junk and crap. If you're going to do these breads, the one thing I actually forgot to tell you before is the ingredients are everything. High quality pepperoni, high quality steak. Obviously broccoli is probably only one quality, but really these breads are going to come out as good as the stuff you buy to put in them. So again, this is store sliced, or I think they call it shaved beef. It's not steakums. It's not that junk crap that they have. Very important. Everybody, this is Moose. This is the best pizza tester and bread tester we have, and he rules the house. And he smells food, and he's coming to get it. He's another Gavone that I got in the house, just so you know. So we're going to put the steak on the bread. Let's go. This is a lot of steak, but I guess the more the better. Again, this is one of those things that you can put half of this on. You can double it. It all depends. You know, we like a stuffed bread. So we're not shy around here. If you, I always say, if you want to gain weight, you come to the Zabsky's house. If you want to lose weight, don't come to the Zabsky's house. So we got our steak on. We're going to put some more Pecorino Romano all around. Again, as much or as little as you want. We like a lot. It brings a lot of taste to it. This one here, I put a little salt and pepper on it. So again, whatever you want, but not crazy with this. You do get a lot of salt from the cheese, but I just put a little on anyways. And that's what we have. This one here, again, I'm going to put just a little EVO on it. I know it sounds crazy, but it tastes really good. So now we're going to roll it. Again, shake the flour off it. You don't have to, but I like to. And then we're going to come to the end. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to put a little dab of EVO on there. Another kind of half of a turn. And then we're going to flip. And we're going to just get this little edge all over. And that's it. Obviously, this is the bottom. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to flip it over. And this is going to be the bottom. Obviously, that's going to be the top. So here we go. We're going to take it, put it on the tray, flip it over. Again, I don't get too crazy about the edges. Some people pinch the edges. Some people cut the edges off. That's fine. You do whatever you want. But, you know, around here, this stuff doesn't last long. So we just take it as it is. Going to do the other trick again, or the cut. And this works out well. Little EVOO on the top. Never hurt anyone. You got to love the EVOO. Put it in the holes all over the place. So that's bread number 2, steak and cheese. Okay, guys, we're back and we're ready to throw these in the oven. I got 4 breads. What I did was, while we were off camera, I made an extra one because I had an extra dough and pepperoni and I didn't want to waste it. So if you come over here, you'll see that I got a pepperoni, steak and cheese, broccoli and garlic, and another pepperoni. Again, I didn't want to throw anything out. So that's the 4th one. If you guys were wondering if it's a different one or not, it isn't. So now we're going to throw them in the oven. Let's go. All right, here we go. We're throwing them in the oven. You know, roughly this is where you probably want about 12 inches from the top, because the last minute or so we're actually going to put the broiler on, and it's going to brown the tops of these. So you don't want it up real high. You want it about, you know, 10, 12 inches down. So that's really critical. This is a preheated oven, 375. See you in 30 minutes. Okay, guys, we're back. We're going to check. This is probably like a 15, 20 minute update see how the breads are going. One thing that I have to tell you that I forgot is the timing of the breads, and that's very important. The problem, I can't give you an exact time because everyone's oven's different, but I'm going to tell you that the breads probably cook between 20 minutes and 30 minutes, but really you have to check them, and the way I check them is to see, kind of like I do with the pizza, I see how hard the outer shell is, and again, we like it on the crunchy side, so I make sure that our breads are, you know, fairly crisp or hard, and that's what you have to check for. But again, 20 minutes minimum to 30 minutes, depends on your oven. So let's check out what we got here. So yeah, these bad boys are going again. You can hear it sizzling. They're getting nice, nice, nice. We'll check in probably another 5 or 10 minutes. Okay guys, we're back at the oven. These breads have been in for about 30 minutes. Again, I put an extra bread in there, so that's why it's probably taking a little bit longer. But we're going to check out, see what we have going on. I'm probably going to put it on the broiler on for about a minute to a minute and a half. And what that does is that browns the top. So hopefully these are going to be ready real soon because I'm getting hungry. Here we go. So yeah, these bad boys are pretty much ready. I'm just going to put the broiler on. And that's going to brown the top. So probably leave that on for a minute, minute and a half or so. And then we're going to take them out, let them cool off, and then we're going to slice them up in a manja. So that's it. We're ready to take these bitches out and we eat them up. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've got to make sure, I've got to remind myself to turn the oven off because I don't know how many times I've not turned the oven off and got in trouble for it. And it's my own fault. So turn the oven off. And now we're going to take these bad boys out. The smell coming out of this oven is just unbelievable. Here we go. Look at these dogs, huh? Come on. So generally I let these things sit for, 5, 8, 10 minutes. They got to stop sizzling. I break them apart, take them out, put them on here, and we cut them up, and we're going to do that next. But I just wanted to show you the finished product. Okay, guys, it's ready to manja. We're going to cut these up with this little trusty pizza cutter that I never use, but it seems to be pretty good. Now we're going to go with the steak and cheese over here. Oh, Moose is coming. He smells it. The steak and cheese is amazing. Okay guys, it's manja time. Before we start, you gotta have the Fox and Park grape. I like a lot of their flavors, but the grape is the best for me. I love the taste, and I've been drinking this stuff since I can remember. So we're gonna crack a Fox and Park. Nice grape, salud. And now we dig in. The question is, which one do we eat first? We got a little broccoli, garlic. We got a nice steak and cheese. And a little pepperoni. Notice the bottom. It's dark, it's crunchy. Again, we like that. That's what the olive oil does. So that's what we got. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack this one out. Look at this bad boy. If you can smell this, it is amazing. That's good stuff bread. Good luck. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.